Hey everyone, my name is Wonderbeard. Welcome back to another Vault video. It's Vault Day. Let's dive in and see what kind of vaults we got this week. As always, though, a reminder to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content and want to see more. So definitely hit those buttons for me. With that said, let's get going into the video. We got my hunter up first. Finally got item level up here quite a bit, so starting to fill out. I do have one mythic slot this week. Was able to get an 11 in. Uh, Necklace would be good. Obviously, any of the tiers okay. I have all heroic except for shoulders. So mythic shoulders would be best there. Want to avoid bracers, avoid the gun and belt, obviously, and cloak. Those are obviously terrible ones that we want to avoid. Ring would be good. Got champion track and still using a Jaster diamond, so rings would be good. So any of that would be solid. So let's take a look and see what we got going this week. All right, so we've got a whole lot of nothing. So now here we go. Here we go. So a belt, which is terrible. We did get tier heroic shoulders, so that's solid. We got tier gloves, which I don't have, but that's not a spot that I'm going to use because of that high versatility that we see there. Got a myth track necklace, and that is really good stats. We got trinket, more gloves, terrible boots. Think it's going to be difficult to pass up on myth track necklace, so I think we'll be very happy with this and just take it. No sims required today. Good start. Good start to the vaults. All right. So next up, we've got the Guardian Druid. So I think for all of these other characters except the warrior, they should have two heroic slots. Uh, Turned out quite a few delves quickly on a lot of these characters. Um, so we got two here. I'm opening that, but similar kind of case here. We'll take a look, but we got shoulders and chest piece. Let's take a look. So shoulders would definitely be good. Chest piece, probably not going to take. So I think the choice here was shoulders. We'll do a quick kind of look to see. I did some crafting, so got some pieces through that. So ring would have been good as well. Um, but yeah, shoulders are tasty. We'll take that. We'll take the shoulders and probably catalyze those up. So 2 for 2 on solid vaults. We'll take that. Next up is going to be the Death Knight. So Blood DK. Actually enjoying Blood DK a little more than I did last year. Not sure why exactly, but they do decent damage, at least in the delves that I do. They do take a lot of damage, though. That's the only thing. But at this juncture, 698, pretty good gear. So it's pretty solid. Necklace would be solid to get. Um, Obviously, avoiding the uh, same pieces as everything else. The chest would be good. Wonder if I should go DPS. Actually, not too bad. So really, just chest and necklace would be good. Let's go frost here. So let's loot spec. Go frost, see if we can't get a DPS trinket out of here. Not that I really want a trinket, but if I get one, that would be better. So we got the chest, which is something we were looking for, and we got a trinket. So yep, we're gonna take the chest. 3 for 3. I will take it. Perfect. All right. Next class up is going to be my Paladin. So Paladin, like the others, got 2 delves in. So we'll look and see what we can get out of the vaults this week for the Paladin. I think we did pretty well last week on this character. 695, so a little less gear than the others. Necklace is meh, shoulders is meh. Chest, same thing. Crafted the one hand and shield, so we definitely want to avoid that. So I will definitely, let's just change loot spec to ret. Because I don't want a one hand or shield. Don't really want a two hander either, but better than the alternative. So gloves would be solid. So we got a lot to choose from here. So hopefully we can see something good here. And we got a shoulders and we got legs. So don't want the legs, but we'll take the shoulders. Yeah. I would say 4 out of 4. Pretty good vaults again. So that's gonna do it for the Paladin. Nice upgrades there. Um, Demon Hunter. So that we'll kind of see that the gear gets less and less as we get through some of these characters. So, um, yeah. So let's see what we got on the Demon Hunter. Gear's definitely better. I started as a fresh 80 this season. So, oops. Here, let's take a look first. So 693. So a little less gear. Necklace is by far my worst piece. Everything else is in pretty solid shape. Got both the Warglaves crafted, so don't want a one hand. Ring would be a good upgrade as well. Yeah, definitely ring. So ring and necklace or jewelry. Jewelry is lacking. Let's see if we can get some jewelry. First tier's not bad either. So we got a ring and we got a chest piece. Probably not going to take the chest because I can just catalyze this. And so ring was the other piece. Crit haste seems like the thing we're looking for, and that's the exact opposite of that. But I think for item level, we'll just take this item level and then saving crest. So I'd say mostly a win here. Not a complete win, but definitely not a loss. So we'll take that for the Demon Hunter. Up now is the Mage. So Mage last week got stuck with 4 tokens of merit, which was very disappointing, especially since his gear's not really that good. I think I mentioned it last week, but Tank Brand at max level is actually decent, so I've been able to do some stuff. But started from a little further behind here. So we got tier helm there, got good necklace, shoulders, so chest piece would be a good upgrade. Um, Trinkets. Definitely need some trinkets. Yeah, so chest, gloves, and trinkets is what we're going for here. We'll take a look. I may switch away from Frost and try Arcane this next week as well. We got wrists, which are bad, and we got gloves, which are fine. So, yeah, we'll take the gloves. Another tier piece. So, definitely, especially after taking tokens of merit last week, we'll take the gloves this week. All right. So last but not least, we have my warrior. Definitely not enjoying warrior as much as in previous. I know they got buffed. Fury got buffed, but I tend to play arms, so I may consider switching to Fury if I'm going to continue, or I may just look at a completely different character. But item level is still low, so 681 here. Yeah, so there's a lot of pieces that we could take here. Chess piece, probably should catalyze that. Probably haven't even used the catalyst. So maybe I just need to pay a little more attention to this character. But we got a lot of different upgrades we could do here. I've not even crafted things. And I'm missing a spark. Um, so maybe this is more a product of neglect rather than the class not being as good. But let's take a look and see what we got. Of course, we got arm bands. Oh, that's disappointing. There's just not enough slots to craft in this tier. Oh man. So what am I gonna do? So this is rough. This is definitely rough. Because I'm definitely gonna have to use bracers and probably gloves as my two crafting slots. Yeah, I have to take tokens. This sucks. So that was definitely a whiff on the warrior, but that's what I get for only getting one slot. That's on me more than anything. But all right, well, that's gonna do it for this week's vault video. Thanks for tuning in, and definitely like and subscribe if you like to see this content. It definitely helps me out. But until next week, have a good one.